Grand evening. My name is Leonard Munson, the psychic astrologer. My website is readingsbyleonardmunson.net. On April's full moon is right around the corner, and given that we are in Aries season, this full moon will be in Aries, opposite sign Libra. This is also the first full moon of the astrological year, with Aries full moon known as the pink moon. It is set to peak on Saturday, April the 12th at 8:22 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But depending on your sign, we each have something different to expect. Here's what to know. Aries. With this full moon in your seventh house of partnerships and long-term commitment, Aries, your closest relationships are in the spotlight right now. And with Venus wrapping up its recent retrograde cycle the same day as the full moon, you might be coming off of some unnerving energy. Full moons are a time of letting go, but if you are coupled up, don't panic. Letting go can sometimes look like releasing an old or outdated pattern within your relationship that is not working anymore. On the flip side, if you are single and looking for love, this might be a good time to let go of patterns that keep you from long-term relationship. Taurus, it is time to zero in on self-care, Taurus, as the moon lights up your sixth house of routine, health, and service. Is there any real good habits or routines you have been neglecting, or less than healthy habits you have been prioritizing? This full moon will make them impossible to ignore. The good news is all you need to do is focus on yourself right now. With your ruling planet Venus going direct after its retrograde on the same day as its full moon, it should feel like a huge weight off your shoulders, giving yourself permission to rest and lean into any self-care you have been putting off. Gemini, with the pink moon landing in your fifth house of creativity and expression, Gemini, and in a fellow air sign Libra, you are likely feeling energetic and enthusiastic under this full moon. The fifth house is all about journey and passion, so it is also possible you might notice blocks to things like enthusiasm, creativity, and expressing yourself, etc. In that case, of course, full moons are about letting go. Your task could be to let go of limiting beliefs or blocks that inhibit your fullest expression. If you are not feeling especially blocked, on the other hand, use this energizing transit to activate your creativity and authenticity. Cancer, is there been trouble on the home front? Now is the time to address it. With the full moon in Libra spotlighting your fourth house of home, family, and roots, you could be assessing everything from dynamics within the home to the literary, physical state of your house. With it being the full moon of the astrological year, this is a great time for some spring cleaning. Full moons are about releasing, after all, so open up the windows to get those stagnant vibes out with fresh air in. If anyone in the home has been feeling the love lately, including you, you could have an opportunity to address these wounds under this relationship-oriented moonbeam. Leo, feeling chatty? Leo, with the pink full moon in Libra, it is keying up your mind, third house of communication and information. Good things you are not one to shy away from the spotlight. With all the courage you might have in your heart, you have an opportunity to get it out into the open right now. And you should become verbalizing your truth can be a catalyst for change. Get it off your chest, whatever it may be, and know that your words will be especially impactful right now. Mercury retrograde just in, which will make communication easier, but do watch out for that perky Mercury retrograde shadow period. Virgo, money on your mind. The pink moon in Libra is activating your second house, which is the portion of your chart that deals with everything from money, financial security, to material resources, investment, and even your values and self-worth. All that to say it will behoove you to take a closer look at your budget right now, or make one if you don't have one already. Assessing your spending habits and ditching the ones that are not sustainable is always a good idea. But beyond money, remember, things like time, energy, and self-worth are also investments. Libra, this full moon, Libra, land in your first house with self-image and identity. Don't be surprised if you feel like you're turning out a new leaf, especially considering we have reached the halfway point of the year since your birthday season. Consider this a checkpoint to assess how far you have come and where you're going. Naturally, checkpoints are a good time to drop off any baggage you no longer want or need, so trust that the pattern and limiting beliefs that might pop up now are meant to be let go. Contemplate your purpose, but beyond that, take aligned action. Scorpio, feeling deep, Scorpio? That is your typical MO, of course. But as the Libra full moon activates your 12th house of endings and the subconscious, you could be feeling even more MO than usual. This is the part of your chart that deals with shallow work, so don't be surprised if things get a little uncomfy. Of course, you are no stranger to transformation, and the 12th house is where things go to close out, so we can step into our next evolution. That is your focus right now. So be brave and confront what comes up with self-compassion and grace, trusting your own ability to be reborn. Sagittarius, it is time to connect with your community in a new way, Sagittarius. As this full moon in Libra lightens up your 11th house of larger community and networks. With full moons being a time of release, you might reflect on whether you are showing up in the ways you want to, as well as whether your community is truly showing up for you. In any case, allow for shifts to occur within your community now. That includes potentially expanding your mind of philosophy around what is possible for the collective. The 11th house asks for us for our active participation, so don't be afraid to dive in. Capricorn, here are things looking on the career front. How are things looking on the career front, Capricorn? With the pink moon spotlighting your 10th house of public image, destiny, and career, you could be feeling a push to change something at work or with regard to your long-term destiny. The 10th house is actually the house associated with your sign, so you're no longer no stranger to these ambitions, hard-working vibe. You can channel this energy into making moves in your career, rather letting go of a frustrating work dynamic or even making a career pivot altogether. In any case, hold the vision strong, Cap, and get after it. Aquarius, with this full moon in Libra keying up your 9th house of expansion, travel, and higher learning, Aquarius, you have an opportunity to shatter that glass ceiling. This part of your birth chart is all about pushing limits, reaching new levels of knowledge and wisdom, while the full moon are about release. So what is holding you back? This is the big question for you right now, and this full moon is encouraging you to dream bigger. Whatever you have been feeling called to do, whether traveling, learning something new, or expanding your mind, you can put your plans into action now. Pisces, it has been a chaotic month for you, Pisces, coming off your birthday season with both Mercury and Venus retrograde in your sign. The good news is Mercury is now direct, and Venus will go direct on the same day as this full moon, which is landing in your 8th house of death, rebirth, sex, and power. This is a time of potential transformation for you, so just remember to take it easy and allow